Staying with the war in Iran, a newly released video adds to the evidence that it was an American missile that likely struck an Iranian girls' school, killing 168 people, according to Iranian authorities. Talk us through the images.
That's right, Mark. A new missile video has put the spotlight on the United States regarding the recent bombing of a school in Iran. Footage has emerged appearing to show a US Tomahawk missile hitting an Iranian naval base near the primary school in the southern Iranian city of Minab, a strike that killed over 150 people, mostly girls aged between 7 to 12 years old. Now, the video was released by Iranian news agency Mehr News. It shows the missile, as I said, just moments before it struck an Iranian Revolutionary Guard Corps base in Minab, which is located very close in the vicinity of the school. This is on the 28th of February, the first day of US-Israel strikes on Iran. So let's have a look at the video. I warn you that it moves very, very quickly, but we'll do our best to go through it. So we saw a missile landing. We can see the moment of impact and the black smoke coming up there. And then the camera does pan to the right and we see more smoke, which we will talk about a bit later. Now, this video was geolocated by the fact-checking investigative collective Bellingcat. They matched the buildings, roads, trees and markers with satellite imagery to that site in Minab. And they determined that the missile did very much strike the IRGC compound. And as pointed out by Bellingcat, if we go through frame by frame of our video, we do see the Tomahawk missile very briefly in the first few seconds of the frame. We then see the moment of impact and the smoke that appears from there. And then as the camera moves to the right, so this is the compound being struck, and as the camera pans to the right, we can see there is already much smoke already fuming in the directions of the girls' school. And that has raises questions, according to Bellingcat's analysis, about whether the school had already been struck. Now, combining this new video with existing satellite imagery analysis and verified images of the aftermath of that strike, this new footage indicates that the girls' school was hit during the strikes as the US targeted that IRGC compound. Now, as I said earlier, munitions experts and analysts say that the missile in the video is very much a US Tomahawk, which only the US military is known to possess in its arsenal. Neither Israel nor Iran, Mark, is known to have that in its possession.
Vedika, this video of the US missile directly contradicts statements by President Donald Trump about the school bombing.
That's right. It is a direct contradiction to what Trump and his administration have been saying. Trump has declared that it is, in fact, Iran that is responsible for this Iranian school bombing, an accusation that Tehran has denounced. It has to be said that Donald Trump provided no evidence for this claim, although he did say that, in his opinion, Iran munitions were very inaccurate. I quote. Now, just this week on Monday, he was asked again in a press conference by a reporter. So let's take a listen now to the US president himself about what he thinks about the Tomahawk situation.
You just suggested that Iran somehow got its hands on a Tomahawk and bombed its own elementary school on the first day of the war. But you're the only person in your government saying this. Even your defense secretary wouldn't say that when he was asked, standing over your shoulder on your plane on Saturday. Why are you the only person saying this?
Because I just don't know enough about it. I think it's something that I was told is under investigation. But Tomahawks are used by others, as you know. Numerous other nations have Tomahawks. They buy them from us. But I will certainly, whatever the report shows, I'm willing to live with that report.
Now, in this same press conference, Donald Trump also said that Iran, in fact, had Tomahawks in its possession, something that arms experts have rejected. Now, I want to go back to the bombing of the girls' school. The United Nations has condemned this as a grave violation of humanitarian law. And just this week, Human Rights Watch has declared that and called for it to, in fact, be investigated as a war crime. So whether, how this develops remains to be seen. But as we saw there, this new footage has definitely put the spotlight on the US when it comes to that strike on the school.
Vedika, thank you very much.